Pro Cycling Manager 2025 releases in just over 2 months, on June 5th. For over a decade now, the in-race graphics of the Pro Cycling Manager games have basically been the same. But this year, Pro Cycling Manager 2025 is finally getting a new graphics engine. Finally! So let's take a look at some screenshots of Pro Cycling Manager 2025. When I saw these PCM 2025 screenshots for the first time, the first thing that really stood out was the improvement in lighting. On the left, you can see a similar screenshot made on Pro Cycling Manager 2024. Comparing that to the 2025 screenshot on the right, that is a massive difference. But there's more to it. My absolute favorite improvement is the surroundings, starting with the trees and the vegetation. In the past, it simply looked pale and boring. In PCM 2025, there's much more detail and color to every single object. Whether it's trees, rocks, plants, or grass, honestly, it looks pretty. Like, this is my favorite screenshot of PCM 2025 because the nature around the riders is so beautiful. Now, I haven't shown you the two most impressive screenshots yet. This is what Pro Cycling Manager 2025 looks like in rainy weather conditions. And let's be honest, that looks absolutely stunning. Unlike in previous Pro Cycling Managers, it feels like it's actually been raining, with visible puddles on the road. Literally, on Pro Cycling Manager 2024, you could barely see the raindrops falling out of the sky. This is such a massive improvement and will make races in terrible weather conditions so much more enjoyable to play. By the way, once again, the vegetation looks absolutely stunning. But one of the most impressive things was the graphical detail of the race director vehicle. Like, I don't even have to tell you, the pictures speak for themselves. The same counts for the TV motorbikes. The vehicles in general look a lot better. And so does the water. It actually reflects the trees and the buildings around the river. This makes the game come to life a bit more. By the way, it might just be me, but it's been a very long time since I've seen a cow in Pro Cycling Manager, so it's good to see this endangered species back in action. But if you looked closely, you might have seen that the riders themselves still look the same as last year. The developers of the game do plan to graphically update the Cyclist and their animations in the coming years, but there's no confirmed timeline on when that will happen. That being said, the improved lighting already makes the riders look a lot better. I'm also fairly certain that the spectators have not received a visual update yet, as they look exactly the same. You might have noticed I have not spoken about the new Pro Cycling Manager 2025 trailer. Let's take a look at it. For context, next to Pro Cycling Manager, there's another game called Tour de France. Comparing to football games, Pro Cycling Manager is kind of Football Manager, while Tour de France can be seen as FIFA. Pro Cycling Manager 2025 and Tour de France 2025 will both have the same new game engine, but not the same camera angles. Like this first-person POV, which will be in the Tour de France game, but not Pro Cycling Manager. Anyway, I do want to discuss some screenshots from said trailer because it does show off the new game engine. Ignore the motion blur, but this screenshot of the Mont Ventoux stage of the Tour de France shows that you can see a lot further. Because, well, we can see the famous Ventoux radio tower from super far away. In PCM 2024, there was a lower render distance and a navy blue fog covering the landscapes that were far away. Like, my take is simple, the more I see, the better. This is another example of that. In PCM 2024, the mountains in the distance are simply navy blue shapes, while in PCM 2025, they are actual mountains. This trailer also gives us a better look at the buildings. I will say the motion blur makes it a bit difficult to compare, but I don't see much of a difference with the buildings themselves. That being said, simply the lighting and shadows makes it look better. Now, I have not mentioned this yet, but the new graphics engine is widely used and well known, Unreal Engine 5. A company like CD Projekt Red, the developers of The Witcher games, are using this exact game engine to build their next installment, The Witcher 4. And I believe a massive game development studio studio like that would not be using Unreal Engine 5 if it wasn't a powerful engine. So I do believe PCM made the right decision choosing this specific one. But changing the graphics engine of Pro Cycling Manager does come with a few obstacles. Simply said, better graphics in a video game means your PC has to be more powerful to run that game. Now, the minimum requirements for your hardware are not officially known yet for Pro Cycling Manager 2025, but I can already warn you, don't expect to run this game on 4GB of RAM. Basically, just because your PC could handle Pro Cycling Manager 2024 does not automatically mean that it can handle PCM 2025. Now, I gotta say, I am super happy that the graphics of Pro Cycling Manager are finally getting an update. Throughout the last decade, every single Pro Cycling Manager that got released, the instant reaction is rightful criticism because, well, the game looked like shit. And I truly hope that these better graphics can invite a new audience, or maybe an audience that played PCM when they were younger, back to Pro Cycling Manager to attract new players. Because, well, PCM is community driven, so the more people that play it, the better in my opinion. But I gotta say, when I heard that Pro Cycling Manager 2025 was going to switch to Unreal Engine 5 graphics, I was a little bit scared. The Pro Cycling Manager community is not your average gaming community. Half of it might be gamers, but the other half are cycling fans that might not have the most powerful computers. So I am quite scared that if the minimum requirements to play Pro Cycling Manager 2025 are too high, that it might alienate that second half. So yeah, let's hope that's not the case. Now, everyone that plays Pro Cycling Manager knows that the game would not be popular without its modding community that keep databases updated, riders, transfers, rider attributes updated throughout the entire year. But because of the new game engine, modding will be different and seemingly more complicated. That being said, I don't know the exact details yet, but we should hear more about the impact on modding in the coming months. I was also quite worried about the following. If the developers spend so much time on making the graphics better, is there still time for the developers to work on other features? I am very happy to say that the answer is yes, but I'll talk about those other features in a separate video later this week. So, what do you think about Pro Cycling Manager 2025's new graphic engine? I want to hear your opinion in the comment section below. By the way, very quickly, if you want to discuss Pro Cycling Manager 2024, 2025, Zwift, outdoor cycling, pro cycling races, join our Discord. You can find the link in the description. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!